how are your assets if you are an investor? What are your hopes and what worries you right now? It's not an easy feat to go through the uncertainty of the pandemic. We're no strangers to the many disruptions it has caused. Some experience pausing their investment plans or letting go of their investment plans.
So the big question is this: how busy professionals and homeowners like us make six-figure profits from the property we own safely by doing it with research, data, and numbers. How do we buy in a way without complications and half-guessing, regardless of the market conditions, and still remain profitable? That is the question. Here, I will share with you exactly what we do and how we do it. My name is Edmund, and welcome to Singapore Real Estate Insider.
Hey, what's up everyone? It's Edmund here again, delivering your dose of Singapore Real Estate Insider. As you review your property portfolios and your investments, let me give you a few points to keep a close eye on.
If you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button now so you can get real-time updates and learn how to make wise investments for yourself and your family through properties.
Now, the government's intervention, I briefly talked about this in some of my videos. If you want to watch them, they are somewhere around in the corners of this video as well, and we will include the links in the description. But let me walk you through this. We all know how the Singapore government effectively steps in to cool the market when things get a little too hot. Too much of this causes prices to spike, which makes it hard for citizens to purchase properties in the long run. So in December 2021, Singapore announced the rollout of new cooling measures to slow down the pace of the real estate property market, some of which is the rising ABSD and tighter TDSR. So you can be sure that the government will be ever vigilant regarding these things. You can only look at private properties as your playground for investment in this country. Still, we all need to accept that the system finds ways to discourage multiple property home ownerships, in line with its goal to promote a stable and sustainable property market. These implementations are all designed with good intentions. Similarly, if you genuinely consider real estate properties as your means of investments, you will have to go through these hurdles to acquire a few. Number 2, break-even points. There's a lot more to consider in break-even points, in the sense that you will need to look at historical data. To give you an idea, the trends in the last 15 years are as follows. The market plunged by 40% during the Asia financial crisis in 1997 and lasted about 3.5 years. In 2001, the market drove down by 20% and lasted for 6 years. Property prices lowered by 24.9% for a year in 2008. The Singapore government introduced cooling measures in 2013, which brought the prices down by 11.6% and went on for 15 quarters. Cooling measures were rolled out again in 2018, which caused a down cycle of up to 0.7%. COVID-19 happened in 2020 and brought prices down by 1% for a quarter. If you're wondering why the dip in prices due to the pandemic only went by for a quarter, it's because the past cooling measures protected the market from future spikes. Also, the TDSR and MSR made sure that people who take out a property loan can cope with its payment as well. Not to mention, the work from home arrangements and online school caused a high demand for HDB upgraders and bigger space. Going back to break-even points, it all differs depending on when the properties are bought. The following are some figures. As you can see, the properties bought at the peak in 1997 are best held until 2008 to reach the same value. Break-even point? 10 years. Investors who bought property in 2000 will reach a break-even point after 7 years. What about properties bought in 2008? We must hold it until 2010, only 2 years to break even. For purchases in 2013, we reached the break-even point in 2020. It was definitely a crawl for individuals who invested in 1997 for having to wait 10 years just to break even. The good news is that our financial market is ever evolving and has grown more resilient in the face of crisis, this pandemic included. Should a downturn affect your property value? There is hope for a shorter period to recover actually. Number 3, inflation. Now warning, this might make you very hungry. Have you compared the price of a plate of Hainanese chicken rice from 2011 versus today? Thanks or not to inflation for the signature dish increase in price. Among the many factors that change in the economy, inflation is one that you cannot ignore. It is a broad measure of the increase in prices or cost of living over a period of time, and is one of the biggest reasons you and I should always invest, because our money will always lose its value as the years go by. For example, a property in RCR back in 2015 that is sold from $1,400 per square foot to $1,500 per square foot today is at $1,800 to $2,400 per square foot. Can you imagine how much you save if only you had bought it 7 years ago? Singapore is expected to be subjected to an average of 3.4% inflation this year, accordingly to focuseconomics.com. The proof is in the rise of prices all around us, from household essentials to properties. So this is where the advantage of investing early comes. You are protecting yourself from inflation and high interest rates. And it also predicts how much you can earn from it when you sell. Point number 4, some win, some lose. As much as we want everybody to win, there are losses in the market as well. Due to the factors mentioned above, your investment may or may not give you that 6-figure profits in a rush. While others bask in their well-earned income from the property, yours might look a little bit different, and you will have to hold on to it for 7 more years before you can sell them. In some cases, owners would sell the properties for less value than when they bought, due to emergencies and other concerns that will force them to forego their investment. So having a wise financial plan and a good grasp of the market helps. Be extra careful when it comes to your investment. Number 5, your idea of financial security. When you ask someone why they work and save, they will mention that they want to achieve a sense of financial security, and we all have different interpretations. An emergency fund of $100,000 is a lot for an entry-level employee, while an executive-level leader might consider this sum as their average monthly expense. Some will define financial peace as having 4 properties, 2 cars, and a sizable amount in their bank accounts, while others might think of it as having insurance policies even if they are renting month by month. So believe it or not, your idea of financial security will drive your decisions in investing and selling. So the question is, what am I driving at this day and age? It is wise to include investment in achieving our life goals and supporting our lifestyle. However, that should look for you. The risks and uncertainties will always be present, but being strategic about your investment will always pay off in time. After all, it has always been a game of strategy, and we are here to help you out. Why don't you click that subscribe button to learn more about investing? And better yet, contact us if you want to start investing. I'm Edmund. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you real soon.